How are we all doing, everyone? I hope you're all well indeed. I've just realised as we're starting this off live, there we go. I didn't even have the camera on and the light stuff. It's all been a bit of a mess. I hope we're all well indeed. Much love for all of you that have turned up for this. Connor, how you doing? 3D, how you doing? Jumpshoot, how you doing? Let me know how the audio is as well, because it has been a little bit temperamental, what we'll say as well. We'll go full screen there. That's a bit too big, I think, is where we are. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? It's been a hot minute since we jumped on and done a Sorare NBA stream right before lock. I'm going to jump over and chill out and hang, and I was going to go for Chang there. So a bit of a squeeze between the two, but yes, I'm going to go and jump over with Mike as well, either on Life Before Lock or his After Dark stuff. But I think without further ado, let's do some rewards, right? I mean, that's why we're here, to jump into some Sorare rewards. Actually, no, let's not do that first. Instead, let's do a little giveaway. Hashtag part-timer in the chat. You have to like the stream. You have to be a sub to the channel, and just put hashtag part-timer in there. And one of the rewards that we get from this, one of the limited tiers that I get, I'll give away. And all you got to do is put that in there. So we'll draw that before the end of the stream as well. And I think, without further ado, we can now jump back on to this as well. If you want to know how I've earned 9 rewards in the past couple of weeks from playing Sorare, and, I haven't been as much in touch with Sorare NBA in the streets that it's gone. It's because, there's a fantastic tool that is about, and it's top tier projections. And in fact, I think, let me cut back to myself a little bit earlier on, where I can share a bit more detail on it. My lineups going forward now for Season 2 on Sorare are going to be powered by top tier projections. If you want to see what they're all about and try and gain that little edge over the competition within the Sorare streets, I'll leave a link to it down below in the description for you to go and check them out. Let the guys over at Top Tier Projections know that I'm the one that sent you. They'll give you a special offer, and it will also help support me making these videos going forward. Damn, and we're back in the room. Every time I'm always going to say we're back in the room. There you go, Reese. The Jalen McDaniels I won from your giveaways turned out quite well. Look, that's exactly what it means. Winning my giveaways means that the cards turn out quite well. Hashtag true, hashtag definitely. Definitely not true, actually, is where we're going to go with that one. Yes, part-timer, because, I'm part-timer now. Yes, the streams have been a little lackadaisical, and they are going to be very sporadic in timing. But I've realised we're 5 minutes in, and I still haven't clicked a reward yet, and that would annoy me. Yes, there are some commons in there. There's a rare in there as well. Look at this one. Limited rookies, 184th. I thought I was going to cash in that one. Didn't really hit this as well. Limited contender, tier 3. A couple of tier 5s in there. We will see what we get. But we'll crack open the common stuff, and then we'll build my lineups as well for game week. What, 41 is it? Very close to the playoffs now. Tyrese Maxey, we'll take one of them. The playoffs is going to be interesting. I think we're going to get some form of announcement from Sorare really soon, because the playoffs are right around the corner now. We're going into March Madness. There's not going to be much of that, obviously, on the Sorare NBA stuff. But once March Madness is done, everybody's eyes is all on the playoffs. It's just how it goes. I love a little Case and Wallace rookie there, maybe a week too late for it, but I think do you know, very, very funny, Matthew. It's very funny. I am a new creator in this space. It's been 3 weeks. There's loads of people around there. Playoff George is going to hit different. You know what, Alhort? You're bang on. Playoff George is going to hit different. Once George goes out and buys new season rares so he can play the playoffs, we're definitely going to do that. But I am going to do some form of video either in preparation of when the announcement for Sorare do whatever they're going to do for the playoffs. I'll have some announcement that I'll do a video on the announcement, basically running through how I would set my gallery up, what I would do if I was you, what I am actually going to do, and so on and so forth. And I'll do that after, and then I'll say these are the sort of players that I'm targeting. These are the ones that I'm liking for certain role positions on playoff teams, because obviously playoffs come, rotations tighten, everything like that. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, right, we got there. Right, let's do some of these rewards. Tier 5 limit champ. I don't think I'm expecting too much from it. I'm really not. Cavs, forward, rookie, Emoni Bates. Wow, I wasn't expecting that one, but it's a tier 5, so you never know. Like Reese said. Hey, where was that comment? Where was that comment? The Jalen McDaniels I won turned out quite well. Who knows? Emoni Bates towards the back end of the season might get that up rate in usage. Could see his minutes bump, and then he'll be a great option. Let's do the other tier 5 now. We'll see what that gets. Wizards, guard, Johnny Davis. Oh yeah, you know we love a bit of Wizards in these streets. We really do. That's because I'm an idiot who bought Super Rare Wizards. Well, am I an idiot or am I big brain ready for the new season that comes? Tier 3 limited contender. Where are we going to go with this one? OKC. God, it's going to be Josh Giddey, isn't it? Josh Giddey. Yeah, there we go. 27 L10. He had a little bit of a slow sort of patch, and now now he's definitely been picking it back up again, and we're kind of seeing the Josh Giddey of last year, is what we'll say. So, but that was the first tier 3 for sure. That was the first tier 3. Let's not get another tier 3 Josh Giddey though. Any other tier 3 apart from Josh Giddey would be nice. Should we do the tier 5? No, we'll do the tier 3 first. So, limited rookies. There's no way. Josh Giddey, yeah, great tier 3. Tremendous tier 3. We take that one all day long. Yeah, have we got back to back 525 serial 523? Great stuff. Good process, boys. Well done. I have a feeling that the giveaway might be Josh Giddey. I mean, I'm just guessing here. That's where I'm going to go with that one. So yes, if you wasn't aware, we're going to be giving away a tier 3 limited, because why not? Hashtag part-timer. 17 entrants. You have to be sub to the channel and like the video, and you can win a tier 3 Josh Giddey, because Sorare, like, first time was so nice. I just had to do it twice. Yes, it is exactly like Westbrook. Westbrook was more pain though, because that was rare. And then the rare card. I mean, we've had what are the tier 5s? Johnny Davis and Imoni Bates. Chat, if this is one of those two, but as a rare, I almost think there needs to be super chats involved at this point. And yes, we do have super chats now on the channel, is all we're going to say. But let's crack this open. So no Wizards or Cavs. It's Cavs. There's no way. Okay, right, nice. There we go. I'm such a melt, aren't I? Such a melt. Well, I did that, and yes, we've done a double pull again. We've done a double pull again, and we couldn't even see it. We could not even see it. I messed up because I'm such a part-timer. We couldn't even see it. Right, well, there we go again. So we had 2 Josh Giddeys and we had 2 Imoni Bates. They're tremendous stuff. Great process, Sorare NBA. Yeah, let's really hope Imoni Bates gets in there. But I mean, it's a rookie rare card. I'll take that for that one. But yeah, we'll give away a Josh Giddey. But let's go and build some lineups now. I cannot believe that that's just happened. I cannot believe that that's just happened. Right, actually, as well, what I was going to say on the top 2 projections, we'll run through these as well. If you have any other chats in terms of, jump shoot, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? You didn't have to do that. I didn't actually need your super chats, guys. But thank you very much, jump shoot. It's much appreciated. Yes, great dupes, great dupes. Yeah, the duplication glitch. Yes, all of them. Get them in here. Get them in. Roll them in now. That's what I'm expecting. Roll them in. Before we go into my lineups in particular, if you do have any questions and you want some help with some of the best analytical tools that are out there on the projection site, let me know and we'll run through it now, because I haven't built my lineups. Like, I think I do after the whole debacle of like a couple game weeks back where people missed their lineups and it all got very close between 15 minutes, and I missed lineups as well. I have been sort of having PTSD on setting lineups. So I've kind of gone out, and every week I will, at the start of each week, I'll go out and set lineups just to make sure that I've got some there in case I can't get to them in time. Things come up, and I won't be able to build. So from that moment on, I was like, right, I'm going to set lineups as soon as the new game week starts. And I think that's just good practice in general as well, is what I'll say. But if there's any questions that you want, throw them in there. We'll take a look at the projections and we can do what we can, is what I'll say in that one. Looking at this though, if we go for value side of things, Tyrese Halliburton, I can't believe Steph Curry, just in general, is at a 34 L10. Like, I know I haven't been paying too much attention to sort of some of the scores on his Sorare cards because I don't own a Steph. 34 seems astronomically low. And again, I know he's got 2 games and not 3, and there's a lot of guys that have 3 this week, but insane, absolutely insane. So if you have a Steph this week, I wouldn't even matter that he's projecting 47, he's doing quite well, he's one of the value plays. Play Steph Curry at 34 is a no-brainer. It's the same with Tyrese Halliburton. Same as Tyrese Halliburton. Is there any news if Norman Powell is going to play? I haven't seen anything in terms of him being questionable. I mean, like, we can take a look at Norman Powell for you here right now. -3. He's only got one game, especially in this kind of game week when there's teams that have got 2 and 3. I would rarely ever sort of focus on playing a guy on 1 week. I'm gonna play AD because he's my rare champion MVP. I know he's got the eye injury, but is what it is. But on this sense, there's going to be so many guys. I would pick someone else different to a non-pal. I have a question. Top 2 projections. Are you using questionable players in your teams or don't? Also for doubtful. Doubtful, I'll never play someone that's doubtful. In the NBA, if you get ruled as doubtful, very, very unlikely that you're going to play. And if they're ruled as doubtful, the only way they do is normally when the coaches do an interview with the press after this injury report gets listed on the slate. That's when they might play. And he's like, I'm optimistic that they'll play. If they're doubtful, they rarely ever play, so I wouldn't bother with it. But yeah, if they're questionable, I do. Especially if they've got more than one game, I will do it. I did it with Sean Holmes the other week, burned me. But I've done it with players like Jaylen Brown before, and then they end up doing it well. So that's pretty much it. Hey, Ian, I hope you're well. It's going good. I'm good, man. I'm doing good. And I'm winning Sorare rewards. So what's there to moan about? Not in Super 8 yet, though. Well, I have, but anyway, we digress. Chat, let's build. Chat, let us build. Right. If we scroll on back over here, we'll do limited champ because that's where everyone cares about, isn't it? Limited champion. What are we saying? So it's saying Tyrese Maxey, Luka Doncic, Keontae George, Franz Wagner, Kyle Anderson. I'm never ever happy at playing Kyle Anderson. Has anyone watched Kyle Anderson and thought, yes, I want to put him in my Sorare NBA team? Because I haven't. Because every time I watch him, he's got the slowest jump shot in the world. And I know Cat's out, and I know that there's a few injuries that they've got there, and his usage rate's probably bumped. But he doesn't do it for me. He really don't. He really doesn't. Franz and Holmes or Keontae and Poku. I really like Keontae George this week. And I know that I've just said Franz Wagner, but I think Keontae George is a smash. He's got 3 plays. He's got 3 games this week. I really like Keontae George. In fact, I'm getting Keontae George in this. How do I want to run Keontae George? I wanted to get Jalen Green in my team as well. Can we do that? Keontae George. Can we get Jalen Green in here as well? So this is where, like, again, with top 2 projections, I'll use it, but I don't go off of it as gospel. I will go rogue and then go and pick my own players. Like, I want Jalen Green in the champion lineup because he's just been smashing it recently. Did you see the early games yesterday in the Kyrie? I did indeed see those games. I was watching. Wow. I had the game on for that one, but the buzzer beater afterwards for it was insane. Like, he's like float a shot with his left hand. I think he's like tied now for the most. There was a stat that was going around about him in terms of buzzer beater shots, but yeah, it was insane on it. It was absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. I watched Kyle Anderson and I say, wish I took basketball. I watch Kyle Anderson and say, wish I took basketball seriously. Yeah, I mean, if that's you suggesting that if he's made the NBA, then anyone could. Maybe I think we always think that and then tend to think that NBA players aren't that good and then they end up smacking everyone down. But I mean, the Kyle Anderson stuff, I can't get behind playing him and then rooting for him to be in my Sorare squad. It just doesn't work like that. Do you think Kyrie is a good play or Jalen Brunson? I think this week Kyrie is where I'd go, just especially off of where he's been going for that. Yeah, Ban's buzzer beater was class as well. His 3-point shot, he was deep as well. He was deep from 3. And a big man shooting up a 3, like when Jokic did it earlier in the year. Like, I don't know, there's something hits different about them ones. Pritchard's going to be starting today at 15 cap. Yeah, I think he's smashed. Like, Sam Hauser's injured. I know Porzingis is out. A few of the other guys in the Celtics have got Q tags. So, yeah, I think that's where it's going to go there. Marco, Master George. Okay. We take that one. But hello, welcome to the stream. If you weren't aware, there is a giveaway going on for the duplicate Jalen Greens that we've got of #part-timer. All you have to do, put it in the chat, like the stream, and sub. Really simple for a Josh Giddey. I mean, who would have thought it? Not me. That's it. Right, limited champion team is done. Let's do limited contender. We'll do limited contender. Where are we going to stand in limited contender? Did I put Keontae George in that team? I think I might have. And that may have been a mistake, but we'll soon find out. Dante Exum is someone that I did earmark for, because obviously, I am a #part-timer, but I did want to make sure that I looked at some of the slate and new players that I wanted in. Dante Exum was one of them. And I also went and bought an Aaron Neesmith because I thought I'd want him as well. 3.5%, year 1, baby. Year 1 edition. Right, let's get Taylor Hendricks in there as well, because if I'm going to go liking this Jazz quartet and this new Jazz style, we should probably do him. So we'll get Taylor Hendricks in there. 3 games. Bish, bash, bosh. Do we put Jalen Green in here? Or did I already do him? I already did him in here. Tobias Harris is a GDT, but 33 is quite low. I like Bradley Beal there. And 36, Derek White. But Derek White always burns me. Vucevic is a good shout. That'd leave me with 31. Drew Holiday's not playing, and Jordan Clarkson's injured. Very, very Andy. Let's get rid of Vucevic and we'll put Derek White in there. I think he's a GDT, but is he not expected? I think he wasn't on the injury report. Yeah, he's not listed on the injury report. He's going to play against Detroit. 36, 10.5%. Let's roll with Derek White. Underdog. Where are we going to run in underdog, guys? Where are we running in underdog? Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom. Have I got Jaden Springer? If I've got Jaden Springer, I might look at him. You know. We've got an Shea Brissett. We'll put him in there. Brissett. We've got a Jaden Springer. Okay, so we'll roll with those 2. Brook Lopez. We can roll with a Brook Lopez at 24. Can we roll with anyone else? Kyle Anderson in underdog, maybe. 17 left. What's that saying? QG. Don't want to play QG because he's ruled out, so we're not going to roll with him. Who have we got on the 11s? Oh, we've got Rashawn. Did I win a Rashawn Holmes? When did I get that Rashawn Holmes? I thought I only had 1. Okay, right. Well, we have that Rashawn Holmes, so we'll play him. I have no idea where that's come from. Oh, dear. Where are we doing this? Man? Where are we doing this? Cole Anthony? Malik Beasley? I can't remember where I got that Rashawn Holmes, but, you know, we move. We'll do that as our underdog squad, and we'll see how that flies. Right, let me quickly check the chat. How have you been getting on in Super Rare? What do you define success is the question in that one. I won a tier 5 Super Rare contender, Kessler Edwards, and then was first in Super Rare contender for a night and thought, okay, I might win a reward. And then the entire NBA thought, you know what? Let's go and have the most mental scoring night the NBA has ever seen. And then I finished like 23rd. So I got like market credits. But yeah, I think we're going to be chipping away at the super rare stuff. That's the motive I'm going to run with. Okay, that's the vibe that we're going for, and I'm going to stick to it because I think it's going to work. So I'm slowly chipping away, picking up some pieces here and there. You know, if I see a little KD, I might pick him up. If I see a little De'Aaron Fox, I'll pick him up. But you know, we're keeping it as is for there. That's how we've been going on in Super Rare, Ethan. But you know what? Thank you for checking in. I appreciate that. And I'm glad to see you too, Jacob. I'm glad to see you too. Any idea on what Sorare playoffs could look like with a little... Is that a little hand emoji? I think that's a little hand emoji. I think, if we're being honest... a little hashtag part-timer there. If I'm being honest, I suspect we'll see all the evergreen stuff. So all of these competitions, like, they all have a rare contender and a rare champion. And I reckon they'll scrap underdog because there's no point having underdog in the playoffs because the players that are underdogs won't play. We might get a special like no cap or something each week. I doubt it. I think it will just be contender and champion. And then they'll remove the money in these. They might keep market credits, is my guess, and maybe like NBA vouchers. And then, like we saw in the IST and all of these will be like you can use any cards, season 1 and season 2. And then, like we saw for the IST and All-Star, there'll be another competition with a big cash prize and like cash pool, and each like game week, each week they'll do 7 game weeks or 8 game weeks in the playoffs, is my guess, like they did last year. And each week will have cash prizes each game week, and then there'll be either a pool at the end of money for where you've come along the way, because I do want them to keep some form of like each week adds on. I want an aggregate score, and maybe the best 5 of the 7 is probably what they'll do, similar to the IST again. I think you'll have prizes each week. You'll have a prize right at the end, and that'll be all in one big pool. Maybe $500,000. I don't know if that's too much for the NBA streets. Maybe $250,000, and that will include limited rare and super rare and uniques, obviously. But you will need like 3 or 4 brand new limited cards, like season 2 limited cards, 2 or 3 rares. I don't want them to see if they do 4 rares. That's obscene to ask for playoff teams, in my opinion. 3 rares at a max for me, 4 limiteds at a max for me, maybe even 3. And then 2 super rares for the cash ones. That's what I would think would be feasible. I think the community would agree. We just have to wait and see if Sorare can do that, is what I'll say, Connor. But I think it's good to talk about the playoff stuff because it's soon. And I want them to do it early enough. Whereas if Because let's be frank, the playoffs last year, they got it wrong. A lot of it was wrong. Like, I liked the format of how they played it, but the prizes, they didn't hit, Chief. They were not it. So I kind of want them to. I know that they will improve it. They learned their lesson from that last year. I know. I spoke to people about that. But I think that in terms of how they're going to, the game itself was good, but the prizes weren't. I think they're going to make a lot of changes. I think they'll implement it well. And as we've seen with Sarah, if they do get it wrong, they can go backwards. So I kind of want them to do it announce it as early as possible. On the off chance, if there is a big red flag there, it can be brought up and changed in time, if you know what I mean. But I'm confident. I'm very confident. They know what people want. They know what works. It's been working on the football. I think it'll work on the NBA, and hopefully we see like a progression of this into season 3 as well. Because what's currently on in the football, where you use old cards to win new cards and new cards to win money, I think is a really good system. It is what I'll say. I think it's a really good system. So I think that's it indeed. Mark, I keep missing your podcast, not today, bro. I mean, I wouldn't class this as the podcast. The podcast that we do is all just on the NBA. It's not really Sorare related, but we tie it in where we can. The last one we did on that was talking about the playoffs, actually. But that was like 2 weeks ago at this point. And I know that it's not like a weekly podcast. We do this. The 3 of us that do it, and the 4 of us. There's 4 of us for it. There's a little old team there. When we sit down and we do our podcast for it, sometimes we do them live, but sometimes we can't do them live for obvious reasons. Yeah, I mean, like we did. This was it. All eyes on the NBA playoffs, 77 days. Look at the thumbnail, man. Props to the thumbnail. Props to Nathan, our thumbnail guy. Unbelievable scenes for it. But yeah, that's what I would call the podcast. These are fun to do because I love hanging out with you and doing the Sorare live stuff. Is what I'll say. Indeed. Anyway, enough dilly dallying, huh? Enough dilly dallying. Let's get back to it. No, I don't think you do. I don't think you need to clean up your galleries unless you feel like you need to. I always think, especially down the back end of the season, there's going to be loads of players that are playing when they probably shouldn't. Like, they're going to get minutes. Like, I remember Trent and Watford become like a must-have. Shake Milton become a must-have. There's going to be loads of guys, and I want to talk about them at points. But yeah, it's just going to be that. Right, let me do my I've done my supers, so I'll spoil that. Because I built these because I was like, I don't want to have that fear that I forget to do them or the game breaks. So Sam Howell, I've got to redo them because Sam Howell's is there. Kessler Edwards, I'm taking a chance. I don't think he's playing in the G League for them at the minute. I think he got called back, and he's got 3 games. Kings, like there's 2 road games back to back here. I've got a feeling he might get like some garbage time minutes, gets bumped. Sam Howell's I do have to change, even though I know he's out and I think he'll play against the Bucks, but I'm not going to take that risk. Corey Kisbert, the Wizards are resting so many people now. They're in full tank mode. Like Kyle Kuzma's minutes are going to go. But Corey Kisbert's, I expect to stay around the same because they might look to increase his value if they do want to trade him in the offseason. John Collins has 3 games, no brainer. And James Harden because he fit. That was really it. Yes, I bought Super Res and I have a James Harden. It's mad, isn't it? Right. And then Super Red Champion. I might focus just on contender again this week because it's a bit like my Res. I don't have the MVP I want, and I'm going to look to target them in the offseason. For God's sake. Yes, I know. Okay, I'm just doing it quickly. Because the time comes. If we ever win a big reward in Super Red Champion, the video and the stream will be so sick because I'll get to share it with everyone. We'll open it live. It'll be absolute limbs. I'll do a big fat giveaway with it. Speaking of hashtag part-timer. But this is it. Okay, Budwin. This is it. We're gonna run with these lot for various reasons. They all fit. De'Aaron Fox has got 3 games. I think he's quite a good MVP this week in general. But yes, that's exactly it. Right, let's do Red Champion. And for Red Champion, I know that AD is. I think there's optimism that he'll play. I'm just not confident for obvious reasons that he will play, but we'll wait and see. Now, again, the other ones are here that this is the sad moment. It isn't. Super is so hard because it's top 13 that you have to have the one guy that goes off that game week. You have to have him, but it's a little bit more competitive because there's obviously not as many cards. So that's how I was moving. But you want to progress. You want to progress up the ladder, and hopefully that's what Sorare is sort of incentivizing, is what we'll say in the reward structure. But anyway, right, AD. I know I want to play him. Jordan Paul's been. come on now. AD, we're going to play him as my MVP. There's not really much time. There's not much point me sort of dilly-dallying around that. I do want to play a Jordan Poole. Mikal Bridges has been a big old letdown. I will agree with you. And I'm going to just apply my clown face makeup as I throw him in my red champion lineup. Yes, let's do that together, Hershey. And that leaves me with 27 left. And the move has been Harrison Barnes has got 3 games, and then that leaves me with 34. And I don't want to play RJ Barrett. So that isn't the move. What did I do? I built a team earlier, and I was like, yeah, that looks well good for my red champion. And I can't remember it. So we're going to go back to top tier projections, and we're just going to see what it spits out for me right now. Okay, Anthony Edwards, no Jordan Poole. Yeah, that was probably why I probably wasn't playing. I probably wasn't playing Jordan Poole and just not being an idiot and doing a team that normal people would play. Or I don't want to play Dante DiVincenzo in a rare champion. Is what I will say. 24. Is there someone I've got 24? Caleb Martin. If Jimmy Butler sits tonight, I know he's questionable, and some of the other guys is. I don't mind Jimmy Butler. I don't mind Caleb Martin, I should say. I don't think I've played my Jimmy Butler once this year. He's been at like a 44, and even when he's played, he's been flaky as anything. The other one's Carl Anderson, but like I said before, I don't want to play Carl Anderson in my teams. Not in red champion. Who wants to like cheer on that? I don't want to do that. Do you want to do that? Because I don't. So I think we go for what can we do if we throw Markel Fultz in there at 15? We can get Devin Booker. That looks a little bit spicier, doesn't it? Let's do that. That's fun. That's fun, isn't it? Markel Fultz, you never know. The hero story of the game week. I'd expect him to start seeing a bit more of an uptick in minutes as well, but he just hasn't. Been stuck on like Jalen Suggs and playing Anthony Black alongside Grady Dick for obvious reasons. But yeah, there we go. Right. Rare contender. What are we saying for rare contender, chat? I think this is where I play a Carl Anderson, right? I think I'd check myself at the door and be like, come on, do the smart thing. We'll put a Zubac in there as well. I know he's got 1 game. Actually, no, we won't. Draymond's got 2. We'll throw him in there. Is there any guys around this realm? We'll throw the Mikal Bridges in there. That's leaving me at 22. Who have we got in the 20 ranges? And the 10 ranges as well. Emoni Bates, great card. Yeah, let's put Emoni Bates in. Thomas Bryant has actually been seeing minutes. So if we put him in, that would leave me with 40. And that was Devin Booker territory, wasn't it? It was. Triple J has got the Warriors. And I always like playing Triple J against the Warriors, even though Memphis suck. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. The big man lineup with Mikal Bridges as a prime swingman as well. Swingman podcast, if you don't know. Sub on YouTube. And then we'll do rare underdog as well. We'll throw that together right now for you, chat. If you've got any questions as well for some of the stuff, let me know, and I will quickly get to it before we run away. Because, wow, it's 9:15. Holy moly, it's 9:15. Okay. Trendon Watford will go in there. DeAndre Jordan's been completely cut from the rotation. Jackson Hayes will throw in there because it's me and Jackson Hayes. Like, what am I going to do, chat? Not play him? Javon Carter. I don't want to play Javon. I can't believe how bad Javon Carter's been for the Bulls this year. I thought he was going to coming off of being like a good piece in a good winning team. And I thought he was going to add so much to that Bulls roster and just didn't. So I don't know what's gone wrong there. We're not going to pick him. Malcolm Brogdon seems to have just fallen off the complete face of the earth. I've got no one in like 10 to 11. I just go from 10 to 15. All right, Javon Carter is playing then, isn't he? Sam Hauser's injured. Andrew Nemhard we could throw in there. And 31. Drew Holiday's out. GTR. Yeah, we'll throw GTR. Right, GTR's in there. That's Gary Trent Jr. if you wasn't watching. Good joke. And limited no cap. Let's do a limited no cap team. Let's get rid of the, again, day 4,440,000. So, Rick, can we please have a filter that shows season 1 and season 2 cards? Be much appreciated for these competitions where if you're making us play them, let me filter them out. Giannis can go in. Sabonis can go in. Jason Tatum can go in. I would play Kyle Kuzma, but I feel like the Wizards are just going to be like, Kuzma, man, we're just losing games at this rate. We don't need you for this. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play Josh Hart for all 42 minutes, just like Tibbs. And then do we do Devin Vassell or Vooch? We'll do Vooch. That's my limited no cap. Rare no cap, I don't even think I can play because I've got to go shopping. Actually, Paul George, DiVincenzo. Do we have another rare? We don't. Pain. Is it 2 or 3? It's 3. Absolute pain. Zubac. Yeah, what a rare no cap for me. What a rare no cap for me. DeAndre Ayton's at 45. Goes to show you how well he's been. Lillard and I guess Jimmy. Yeah, we'll throw Jimmy in there. What a rare no cap for me that is. And I think that's it done. I did see someone a minute ago ask if I had, good Lord, this lineup. Was it a great lineup? Is that what you were saying it for? Is that what you were saying it for? I was literally wondering before I hopped on stream what Swingman was in reference to. Yeah, I mean, Swingman was when we done it, we were just like, we need a basketball reference that's a bit niche for the pod. And we always like the guard forwards. We was like, when we started it, they were like the thing. Like now it's like big men that, well, I don't even know if it's like big men that can shoot. It's just the big man's back in the NBA. Before it wasn't. At the time when we started it, it was like the guard forward combo, and we was like the swing man. Yes, let's do it. Fred Vincent could pop up this game. Mike Barra, you're ahead of the curve with that one, is what I'll say there. This will be forever known as the block duck wick. Okay, just really? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Right. Okay, great. Nice. Good scenes. Good scenes. Yeah, I didn't think I saw someone ask if I'd done my common. I did do my common. That's what my common looks like. I think it looks pretty good, right? Look, because I remember that's why I was saying about Steph on 34. Peyton Pritchard at 15. John Collins, 3 games, 35. Steph on 34. Jalen Green on 36. And Luka Doncic at 65. That 10% is magnifique on the common stuff. As always, if I do win on that, and I've streamed this one, so I will give it away. I will just, I don't know how we'll give it away. We'll probably do another stream for it as well. That's me trying to sell a Mars McBride. That didn't work. And I think that just about wraps it up, right? I don't think I've forgotten to do anything. I'm probably going to rejig my lineups. If you haven't entered, we're going to draw this right now. Hashtag part-timer. If you do win this, because I always forget, I don't forget because we always give them away as Reese has been there to show. If you do win this, please put in the comments live or on the video in the comments down below, say, hey, it was me that won. Here's my Sorare gallery name. And we'll send you over the Josh Giddey. Remember, sub to the channel, like the video, and let's rip it. Bosh. Here we're going to go. Here we're going to go. Here we go. Who's going to take the dub? Who's going to take the dub? It is... Wow, it's dragging it out. Connor Houston, big congrats. Get in the chat. Come on, be nice, be kind. No hashtag rigged. No hashtag rigged. He's a bit late there, mate. He's a bit late there, Adam. I can't lie, Adam. He was a bit late. Paris is not far away. Where's this coming from? Paris is way around the corner. We're nowhere near Paris Goodwin. Or have I missed the joke there? I've missed the joke there, probably. Connor, well done. Congrats. I'll send you over the Josh Giddey when I can. And that's going to just about do it. Thanks very much for chilling with me. I know it's been a hot minute. And yes, hashtag part-time, all that jokes. I'm going to run off because I'm shattered. Yes, been fun hanging out. Have a good game week on Sorare. We'll be back. I will have a video up when the playoffs come. And yeah, I think that just about wraps it up. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.